Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Slikk. I'm back again with another video, and in this one we're talking about something that I've spoken about a little bit in the past, and that is the interconnectivity of future DC video games in a sort of video game extended universe, much in the same way we see with the DC films and the Marvel films. We see this as well. Of course, there's tons of Marvel games on the way, according to the Marvel Vice President of Entertainment, so that's a possibility there. But specifically, I want to talk about the DC video game universe, because we already have a building block. We already have an establishment that these future games that are being leaked out the wazoo can be built upon, and that is, of course, the Arkham games, which by every means is a very solid base, if I may say so myself. You have some of the best video games ever made, yet alone the best superhero video games ever made, in my personal opinion. And Arkham City is certainly the best superhero video game ever made. But either way, the whole Arkham trilogy and even Arkham Origins, if you connect all of them and create this building block for the video game extended universe, and Arkham Origins is going to be very important to the Suicide Squad game that is being leaked. I'll link a video in the description below if you don't know what I'm talking about. But also this new Batman video game that's been leaked is starring Damian Wayne. Bruce Wayne is very old, retired from Batman, of course, following up the ending of Batman Arkham Knight. And although the recent leak from NeoGAF, which may or may not come to fruition, has suggested it won't be labeled an Arkham game, it definitely seems as though the game is picking up where Arkham Knight left off. Not literally, it's still quite a bit after, but in terms of where Arkham Knight ended and where the characters were at, that's where the game is going to be picking up. So here's my case in point. In 2011, DC Comics relaunched their entire line with the New 52. And the New 52 had a sort of logo or a paraphrase or whatever you want to call it that sort of encapsulated what they were doing. And that is story over continuity. And what that meant in that particular context is that you as a writer did not have to be subservient to what was going on with other writers and other books in that universe. In other words, if I'm writing the Justice League, my Batman in my Justice League book can be at a totally different point, look completely different, be doing different things, acting different than the Batman in the Batman solo book. It's sort of canon in a way, but it also isn't, because once again, Batman's doing totally different things, he looks completely different. It's almost like it's two separate characters, and you're getting into some multiverse stuff, but you're not at that point. It's just that they're valuing the stories, they're letting the writers run free and tell the stories they want to tell, rather than being sort of chained in or boxed in by the continuity of the DC universe that all the other writers are creating. And the fact of it is, the New 52, despite the fact that I really liked it and some of my favorite comic books to date have come out of the New 52, it only existed for 5 years and then it got restarted with Rebirth once again. So the thing is that, and then with Rebirth, it's all about continuity, it's all about canon, right? And we see this with the films as well. DC, Marvel, all the films have to be interconnected, it all has to make sense for the viewer. And in video games, you're reaching into a different market, but I feel as though it would be a great way to really elevate the video games to another level and have these games not just be other experiences where we play as Batman, run around, punch people and beat people up. That's fine and dandy, but if you create an entire universe and you have Arkham remastered, you have City and Asylum, you have Night on next gen, so everything is there, the building blocks are there to really kick off the extended universe. You have the Arkham trilogy on next generation, and you have these games coming. Suicide Squad, Batman game, a Superman game has been leaked, it might not be in development at WB Games Montreal, who knows? But the point is this: think about, in a Suicide Squad game, we are playing as Killer Croc, but not just any Killer Croc. We are playing as the Killer Croc from the Arkham games. We are playing as, Deathstroke from Arkham Origins. We are playing as Harley Quinn from the Arkham games. And Joker, Mark Hamill's Joker, not any Joker in the Suicide Squad game. And it's just a totally separate game. And keep in mind, by the way, these games are mainly coming from the same two studios. You have WB Games Montreal and Rocksteady, and they're on the same page. We have recent leaks that suggest Rocksteady is co-developing the Suicide Squad game. So each studio has a hand in the other. They're helping each other out. WB Games Montreal makes DLC canon to the Arkhamverse, like the Batgirl DLC. So they're working together to create a canon DC universe. This is certainly the way that I think that it's headed, and I think that if this is true, I will rejoice. I will be so happy, because I think it's just so awesome and such a great idea that, once again, the Killer Croc that we play as in the AAA Suicide Squad game made by WB Games Montreal, which is crazy enough in and of itself, in my personal opinion, but even more so the fact that Killer Croc, the Harley Quinn, and all the characters that we see there are from the Arkhamverse, and the Arkhamverse is sort of the building block of the entire DC video game universe, which since is protruded forward by a Suicide Squad game, by maybe a Superman game, and all the other games that they have on the back burner that we don't even know about yet. I would really think that Marvel is considering doing the same thing because they're really just getting started. They have the Spider-Man game. They could really do it. I mean, they're from ground zero, and the Arkhamverse has definitely a little bit of shady continuity with some of the comics and maybe Arkham Origins to a degree as well, and a few other things that sort of make you scratch your head if you start looking at the details of it, especially the comics. I've read those Arkham Genesis comics, and they don't fit into anything all too well in my personal opinion, and they are technically canon. But the point is, the Arkham trilogy, and plus Arkham Origins to a degree as well. I know I made that video why Arkham Origins isn't canon, but I can make compromises on that, and it certainly is by the standards of the developers, and WB Games Montreal and Rocksteady can really work to build up this game universe. And I think that would be really cool. I'd love to know your thoughts on it in the comment section below. Is it just me, or would this be totally badass? Just let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. A video game extended universe. I'll see all of your comments in the comment section below. My name is Slikk. Subscribe for all superhero video game news, information, speculation, and more. We'll see you in the next one.